Hey there guys, welcome back to another video. Today we have a product review. I got this a couple of weeks ago from a company called Nutrient. I'm not entirely sure what they do or what they're about. All I know is this is ration related or food related. So we're gonna check it out, we're gonna review it and try it out. Before we begin, this is not a paid advertisement. I was not paid to say anything about this review. They simply sent me this. They did not pay me to say anything. If I don't like it, I'll let you guys know, and if I do, you'll know that as well. So let's begin. All right, let's see what we have. We'll have a nice little card from Nutrient, and if you want to read that, go ahead. Have this envelope. Let's see what we got. We have a couple of booklets or brochures. We'll check them out in a minute. Let's get right into the box. And we have a pretty good size 10 box. It's very neat actually. Show you the sides. Alright, let's open it up. And let's pull some things out. And the name of the company is Nutrient Survival. Defend your body with nutrients. I like that. This is a maple almond, I guess, cereal or oatmeal. And we have a Hearty apple cinnamon oatmeal. Sounds good. We have a creamy chocolate shake, soy-free, gluten-free. There seems to be a theme with this ration. We have another, I guess, cereal, and this is a chocolate grain crunch, also gluten-free. And I believe we have our first main entree, and this is a home-style scramble, I guess, eggs or something like that. It just says home-style scramble. Appears to have, looks like shredded potatoes, maybe some kind of protein, carrots, red bell peppers. Here's another mains. This is a triple cheese mac. Sounds very good. So far, everything's very impressive. We have a Southwestern style medley. Looks like rice and black beans. Not bad. And we have some desserts. We have a chocolate chip cookie. So it's actually 2 chocolate chip cookies. And we have a couple of oatmeal raisin cookies. A couple of honey granola bars. And a couple of peanut butter. I guess these are cereal bars. So that's it. And there we have the entire contents of the Nutrient Survival, I guess, sampler. And so far, everything's looking very impressive. I like the choice menus. That triple cheese mac sounds really interesting. So yeah, I'm really stoked about this one. My thoughts on this ration is this is more of a nutrient base, more of a, I guess, healthy choice to rations. I'm seeing a pattern here. Everything seems to be gluten-free. Some of it is soy-free and stuff like that. So yeah, I guess it's more nutrient based, hence the name, Nutrient Survival. So let's get right to it. Let's check it out. All right, I guess we'll separate this into breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This is our breakfast. We're gonna try that home style scramble, some of that cereal, some oatmeal, and the honey granola meal bars. So, and here's the instructions for the Hearty apple cinnamon oatmeal. This stuff requires measuring. So for every half a cup, we need a 1/3 cup of boiling water. Stir and let it sit. And if you want to read some of the nutrition stuff, there you have it. For the home-style scramble, we need half a cup of boiling water for a cup of home-style scramble. Stir, cover, and let it sit for about 5 minutes. And again, we have some of the nutrition stuff. We have some omega-3s. We have some G5ers, some vitamins, some minerals, protein, all that good stuff. For the chocolate grain crunch, we add either yogurt or milk, or just enjoy as it is. I guess we'll add some milk, some more nutrition stuff if you want to read that. So first we're gonna heat up some water. Heat up some water. And then we're gonna add some milk. So first we're gonna heat up some water. Heat up some water. And then we're gonna add some milk. So more nutrition stuff if you want to read that. So first we're gonna heat up some water. Heat up some water. And then we're gonna add some milk. So more nutrition stuff if you want to read that. So first we're gonna heat up some water. Heat up some water. And then we're gonna add some milk. So more nutrition stuff if you want to read that. So first we're gonna heat up some water. Heat up some water. And then we're gonna add some milk. So more nutrition stuff if you want to read that. So first we're gonna heat up some water. Heat up some water. And then we're gonna add some milk. So more nutrition stuff if you want to read that. So first we're gonna heat up some water. Heat up some water. And then we're gonna add some milk. So more nutrition stuff if you want to read that. So first we're gonna heat up some water. Heat up some water. And then we're gonna add some milk. So more nutrition stuff if you want to read that. So first we're gonna heat up some water. We have our old trusty Stanley pot. I've had this thing for a couple of years and it's bomb proof. I highly recommend this pot. It's excellent. So I guess we'll start pre-measuring some of the stuff. Here's my measuring cup. I guess we'll start with the homestyle scramble. We'll make about a cup of this. And if you want to see the nutrition facts, there you have it. Lots of vitamins. Just do a little bit of measuring. Oh yeah, it smells great. And that's about a cup of product. And we have the Hearty, for the Hearty apple, we'll make another cup. Would have been better if the instructions were right on the packaging. Oh yeah, it smells really good. So we'll get 8 ounces. And that's about, I would say, 6 ounces. For the chocolate grain crunch, I guess we'll just use half of this. And for this, I guess we'll just eyeball it. I guess the first thing we can try is the chocolate grain crunch. You can see some oatmeal, what appears to be chocolate Rice Krispies. Again, this stuff is loaded with vitamins and all kinds of good stuff. So yeah, let's start with this. Let's try it out. Here we go. That is extremely crunchy and chocolatey. Let's add some milk, see what it's like. And now that milk is nice and chocolatey, let's go for a bite. Here we go. That is very crunchy. Reminds me a lot of Rice Krispies, more specifically the chocolate Rice Krispies, but without the sugar, without that sweetness. Overall, that is pretty good. Just maybe add a little bit of sugar and you're good to go. All right, so our water is boiling. All right, so we're gonna need half a cup of water for the homestyle scramble and about half a cup for the oatmeal. We need 4 ounces. Give it a stir. The smell that's coming off of this is just fantastic. We'll cover it for about 5 minutes. And we need about half a cup for the oatmeal. Maybe add a little bit more since like mine's a little bit runny. So we'll let that sit for about 5 minutes. We'll be back. All right, it's been about 5 minutes. Let's check out the oatmeal. Check that out. That has a really strong cinnamon scent to it. You can see little bits of apple, and that is extremely hot, so let's give it a bite. That's actually not that bad. I'll give you my thoughts in a moment. Let's grab another bite. That is pretty good. Nice oatmeal flavor, nice cinnamon and apple flavor. The only thing is it's a little bit bland. It's not that sweet. I like my stuff sweet, so we're gonna sweeten it up a bit. We have some of this leftover German sugar. We're gonna add some to the little bit to the cereal. All right, let's try the sweetened oatmeal. Oh wow. That does make a lot of difference. Brings out that good oatmeal flavor. It's really good with sugar, so you definitely have room to season it if you don't like it too sweet and you want to leave it bland, by all means. But yeah, that's excellent with that sugar. Let's try some of this Rice Krispies, chocolatey Rice Krispies. I gotta say, adding a little bit of sugar makes a big difference. You do get a little bit of that vitamin taste, which is a little bit noticeable. It's not that prevalent, I would say, but you can definitely tell that it's there. Honestly, I don't really mind it if I know it's gonna have lots of nutrients and vitamins. I actually prefer that. Yeah, that's excellent. So now we're gonna try the Western Scramble. It's nicely reconstituted. You can definitely see that there's cheese in there, green and red bell peppers, shredded potatoes, maybe some eggs. So let's give it a try. That's pretty good. Good texture. Again, it's a little bit bland, a little bit unpolished. So we're gonna spice it up a bit. We're gonna add some stuff to it, see if it perks it up. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and a little bit of hot sauce. There it is. Here we go. Oh wow. And again, with a little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt, and hot sauce, made a huge difference. I could definitely taste the potatoes, the eggs, the cheese, and the texture is actually really nice. This meal actually compares a lot to the Mountain House breakfast skillet. They're very close, and quality, I would say it's almost about the same. I actually kind of like this one a little bit better, to be honest. That is excellent. So the last thing we have for breakfast is the granola bars. Let's check them out. And they're individually wrapped. It's very dense, nicely packed. Smells like your usual granola bar. Here we go. That is definitely not your usual granola bar. It's not as sweet. It's a little bit bland. Definitely has that vitamin-y taste, almost like a power bar, I would say. You definitely get a slight hint of that honey flavor. It's a little bit crunchy. It's not the greatest, but it's not that bad. So now onto lunch, we're gonna try that Southwestern Medley, that maple almond grain crunch, and the oatmeal raisin cookie. Let's begin. So for the Southwestern Medley, we need about 3/4 cups of boiling water for every 1 cup of medley. And for the maple grain crunch, we need either yogurt or milk. We'll try that. So we're gonna do a cup of this. No real smell to it. It's about a cup. And for this, we'll just get as much as we want to. Let's try the maple crunch all by itself. That is almost exactly like the chocolate crunch, except this one has a bit of a maple flavor to it. So let's add some milk. And we might as well get this one started. We need about 6 ounces. Just give it a stir. We'll cover it up, give it about 5 minutes. Let's try the maple crunch with milk. That's pretty good with the milk. Again, it's a little bit bland. Could use some sugar, and I'm sure if I add some, would be a lot better, but we'll just leave it at that. You still do get a hint of that vitamin flavor, which I'm not a big fan of, but overall, it's decent. All right, let's check out the Southwestern Medley. Let's see what we got. You can tell right away it reconstituted very nicely. There you can see some black beans, obviously the rice, looks like red bell peppers, maybe some celery. Let's grab a bite. You can see a bunch of beans. Here we go. This one's actually a little bit interesting. It's actually a little bit salty, a little bit savory. It is a little bit mushy, but everything reconstituted very nicely. It does have that Southwestern feel to it, the spices, the seasoning. Overall, it's actually pretty decent. It could use a little bit of a kick, a little bit of hot sauce. So let's add some. Here we go. Let's try with the hot sauce. Something about the hot sauce that it just completes it, brings out all the flavors, makes it a lot better. But overall, this one was decent. I still like the breakfast a little bit better. Maybe with a tortilla, that would be even better. But yeah, it's pretty good. So now we're going to try the oatmeal cookie. This one is packaged together. Let's try out the cookie. Here we go. I have to say the oatmeal cookie is a bit disappointing. It's got a very strong vitamin energy bar taste to it. It's just not that great. You can barely make out the oatmeal and the raisins. Yeah, that's definitely not my favorite. And we finally made it to the dinner. We're gonna try that triple cheese mac, the creamy chocolate shake, the peanut butter bars, and the chocolate chip cookies, which I'm hoping are better than the oatmeal cookies. Those were kind of terrible, so let's begin. And for the triple cheese mac, we're gonna add 1/3 cups of boiling water to 1 cup of triple cheese mac. We'll stir cover and let it stand for 5 to 7 minutes. For the creamy chocolate shake, we add 8 ounces of liquid. I'm guessing either water or milk. Shake until combined. Let's get our cup of cheese mac. This one is right on the money. It's exactly 1 cup. Let's check out the chocolate shake. For this one, I guess we'll add 1 cup of cold milk. Give it a stir. It's nice and clumpy. We'll let that sit for a couple of minutes. Let's get about 3 ounces of boiling water. Give it a stir. It smells nice and cheesy. Cover it and give it about 7 minutes. I guess in the meantime, we could try one of these. Peanut butter bars. They come individually wrapped, which is always a plus. Just looks like your standard granola bar. Here we go. That's pretty much the same as the other granola bar. It's a little bit bland, a little bit crunchy. You barely get any hint of peanut butter. It's not that bad. It's not that great. Let's try the chocolate milkshake. It's a little bit clumpy. You definitely have to give this a really, really good stir. There you can see the clumpiness. So we're still gonna give it a try. Here we go. That drink is not that great. If you've ever had those diet shakes, those protein shakes, it's exactly like that, but with a weird chocolate taste. I don't even think if you add sugar, that would make it better. I'm not a big fan of it. So it's time for the triple cheese mac. See what it's all about. See if we have a winner or another loser. And this thickened up very nicely. You can see little bits of pepper or something like that. There's not much to it. You can just see the cheese and the pasta and what appears to be little bits of pepper. Here we go. Definitely very cheesy. It is nicely rehydrated. All right, so let's get down to it. The triple cheese mac is not that great, let's just be honest. But that being said, it's not that bad. It's got a little bit of that vitamin taste, that vitamin, multivitamin flavor to it. This one is a little bit savory. It's a little bit more salty than the other ones. You definitely do taste that cheese, and the texture of the noodles is actually pretty good. So before we completely judge it, let's add a little bit of hot sauce. We're just gonna mask some of the flavor with this Red Rooster. There it is. Here we go. The hot sauce definitely did make it a little bit better. This one, for some reason, is a little bit salty. It's a little bit too much, but overall, it's okay. It's not that great. It's not that bad. And the last thing we have is the chocolate chip cookie. We'll see how this one is. It's not looking very good, I can tell you that. All right, here we go. Well, I have to say the chocolate chip cookie is not that bad. Definitely has that energy bar, that protein bar feel to it, that taste. I feel like I have to run a couple of laps, a few miles after eating this stuff. It's very calorie dense. It's very protein dense. But yeah, I guess I'll give you guys my final thoughts. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. This was the Nutrient Survival Ration, I guess, sampler. And I have to say, this is a really interesting take on rations. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm going to tell you guys the truth. I can see there's some potential in this. This is something a little bit different, you know, as a survival type of meal. Let's say you're going outdoors, you might want to pack one of these just in case you're feeling a little bit depleted. I do not recommend you eating a lot of this in one sitting, like in one meal. Maybe just pack, you know, the granola bars or maybe one of the entrees on top of your regular, you know, meals. These are very calorie dense, very nutrient base, like the name says it. I can definitely see this contributing to rations and the overall, you know, survival theme of rations. And like I said, they did not pay me to do this video. They simply just sent me the product and I'm giving you guys the honest truth, and maybe I'll serve them as feedback and maybe they can make some improvements. But overall, I recommend this not as an entire meal, but as a supplement to your normal meals, your normal, you know, outdoor camping food, whatever it is you take. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Make sure you hit the little notification bell as well. And just want to give a huge shout out to Nutrient Survival for sending me this. And as always, thank you guys for watching. See you soon.